Hello and welcome, everybody. This is the Hot Corner Insider live strategy session. I'm your host, Steve Strazza, the Director of Research here at All Star Charts. We do this every Wednesday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Today's going to be a quicker one. We have a bunch of new setups. We're going to focus on those. All the old trades are listed on the trade ideas page of the website. We're going to start with some crypto. I just dropped in the chat, Crypto Wednesday. Nobody's feeling this Crypto Wednesday but me, I guess. Let's get through the disclaimer and jump into it. Nothing we discuss here today constitutes any solicitation to buy or sell any security. This is all solely for informational purposes and not to be construed as investment advice. For more on our disclaimer, stockmarkettv.com/terms. Hey, chat. I'm long Palantir calls. Bog. If it's insider selling, would that be cold corner? So good one, but also seriously, we don't discuss the selling on here 99.9% of the time. There are special situations like Elon Musk dumping Tesla stock back when he was doing the Twitter deal, or Bezos getting divorced and selling just massive amounts of stock. And we'll cover that kind of stuff solely from a supply and demand perspective, right? We sit here and look at price charts all day. All we're doing is analyzing the supply and demand of different markets. If one of the largest holders of a security is a forced seller, right, and it's just dumping supply on the market, we're going to talk about it because from a technical perspective, that's going to put a damper on the stock price until that selling's done. What we won't do is look and say, oh, so-and-so is selling stock, that must be bearish. Because these executives, these insiders, these institutions, they sell stock for lots of reasons, right? There's a whole myriad of reasons why somebody might be selling stock. We just talked about Bezos, divorce, Musk, buying another company, right? It's not a read on what they think about the company or the future prospects. A lot of times Musk or any one of these, founder, owner, operators, they have to sell stock because they just own too much and it's irresponsible, right? So we don't overthink the insider sales. What we do know is that there's one reason why an insider comes to the market, right? Buy stock. I'm not talking about planned purchases. I'm talking about open market, unplanned purchases. It's because they think that stock price is going to go higher and that they're going to make money. So we're just focusing on the buying here. Diversified crypto portfolio. I love it. Crypto insider buys. We're doing something similar. Actually, it's a great question. Josh, do we have crypto insider buys? Yeah. We are tracking the largest players in the crypto markets because all this stuff's on blockchain. You can see it. The transparency, right? And just the amount of information that we get in the crypto market versus what we get in traditional financial markets, night and day, very different. So that we can do a lot of cool stuff with crypto. You can check that out on the website as well. A lot of new exciting stuff going on with crypto at All Star Charts. Palantir, huh? Yeah, of course Peter Thiel's going to sell shares, right? Yeah, exactly. I think that's the right way to think about that, right? He's dumping shares on the market and the stock's resilient, bullish. Any crypto purchases on 13K or whatever? I don't know what you're talking about, Rachel. What about the Oracle? I don't know. Companies with really high stock comp. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I like companies with high buybacks that are reducing their share count. I wouldn't worry about a little stock comp. Usually it's not going to be nearly as material as the largest holders of a stock. Yes, thank you, Mary. I have my HODL hat on. It is definitely a bull market for crypto, and that's where I want to start today. So this is a chart of Bitcoin. Check this out. 382,000. Can you imagine? No, that's not what we're saying. But we want to start thinking about where could this go. And if you look back at past cycles, when Bitcoin breaks out of a massive base like this, completes a trend reversal, which has been underway for a while now, but now taking out the prior cycle highs, it typically doesn't hit one price target or two price targets. We're usually looking at like 1,000% gains. You go back at, past cycles and just look how much, what was from peak or from the lows of the prior bear market to the highs of the cycle peak, the coming bull market. Look at the returns. So I think 100,000 is next. And I also just want to say, great job, everybody. These crypto equities, some of the cryptocurrencies themselves, mostly the blue chips, but the alts are picking it up now. These have been the best assets to own last year and again this year so far. MicroStrategy is one of them. So we're going back over a year. In January of last year, we were on here talking about buying this failed breakdown in MicroStrategy. Remember, we were talking about Coinbase a lot as well. So we were long in the hundreds with a first target of 210, secondary of 270. Right? We were talking about it again. This is all on the Trade Ideas page in June, 350 to 500. Again, last fall, 500 to 885 and a secondary of 1300. We're there. We're well through there. So great job. Anybody who got into this was able to hold this, because that's not easy either. Like I said, I know we did something similar with Coinbase where we were just talking about it constantly last year. But these have been literally Coinbase and MicroStrategy, two of the best stocks of this bull cycle so far. And the hot corner sniffed them out early, got us in them. And I just love that. So let's talk about what's next. For something like MicroStrategy, let's not get greedy here, right? So 1,300, maybe we get some weakness back towards that level, but for now, it's kind of just stuck in a range, right? Do not chase this here. Coinbase, 240, right? That's at 62%. There's something there. Maybe weakness back to 160. You could even use these pivot highs from just late last year. What level is that? Let me double check for you. So those pivot highs would be like 190 here. But again, no need to really chase this here. I was saying, we were talking about it on Spaces. I think it was last week. Buying Coinbase with, market cap sub 10 billion back here in the 40s and 50s early last year. It's a lot different from buying it up here, trading at $250, 5-6x off the lows. This company is now bigger than most regional banks. It's about half the size of Charles Schwab or Goldman Sachs, right? So Coinbase is getting pretty large here, and it's going to have to put up some big numbers to justify this valuation. I still like it, very bullish, right? But it's just a different risk reward equation than when this was a mid cap stock that was being basically priced for bankruptcy. Oops. Archer Aviation. This one has popped up over and over and over and over again. Just in the past week. So first it was Stellantis. Stellantis, 2 Form 4 filings now in just the past couple of days, 23 million. ARK Invest is involved, very involved, owns about 10.5% of the outstanding shares. I think 440, you got a little, I love this shake and bake here. So 440, you got a little failed breakdown, bear trap, squeeze higher. And I think there's another level here. Well, I know there is. Just look from, these highs in the first half of 2022. Call it like 5.25. Yeah, I think 5.25. So either weakness back towards 440, strength through 5.25, and then just, the range highs, the 2023 highs, 753. It's a nice trade. The insider buying, overwhelmingly bullish in this name recently, which is why we want to talk about it first. MSTR's premium to their Bitcoin holdings. We were talking about that on Spaces the other day too. I don't know. I don't overthink that. It's gone up though. Kind of a simple stock to value though, MicroStrategy, right? They just own Bitcoin. So it's really all about the premium. What is the market willing to pay? What kind of premium is the market going to give them on their market value of Bitcoin? That's the big valuation question for MicroStrategy. Very transparent about it too. You can go see exactly what they bought at, when they're buying. They're buying last weekend. Okay, anyway, enough crypto. PAR Technology Corporation. PAR, PAR, Greenhaven Road Investment Management. This was from today's list. About a 6% stake, passive stake. 47, really clean level there. I think you get confirmation at the pivot highs from just earlier this year, last month. But this is the kind of pattern that we've been buying, that we've continued to be rewarded for buying over a year now. 47, first target's 63 and change. Next stop, those old highs, 90. This stock's been around forever. If you zoom out on this chart, it has one of those beautiful .com bubble bases that we just have come to love so much. The Descartes Systems Group. I can't say that. DSGX, Durable Capital Partners. One of my favorites. They're on our list a lot. So this is an original filing, new position. Maybe these guys are breakout traders. Look at this. Beautiful multi-year consolidation. They're buying new highs here. 91 and a quarter, target 113. Arhaus Inc., ARHS, Citadel. Everybody knows that name. Another multi-year consolidation, breaking out above very clear resistance level. Seem to have absorbed all the overhead supply, hanging around here at 15. So for above 15, target 2166. Equitrans Midstream Corporation, ETRN. So this is a political filing. He bought this back in 2022, but this is why we leave these on our list. The midstream operators, I mean, these guys and the refiners, we think participation is starting to broaden. We are seeing it, right? So I think the explorers and the producers and, the oil field services names maybe will be future leaders, but right now it's the refiners and it's the midstreamers. That's where you want to be in energy. This one's just breaking out now. Nice shelf of former highs here at 1130. So long above 1130, first target 16, next stop those old all-time highs, 2350. Descartes, right? Descartes. Rhymes with fart. Thank you. That helps. Sea Limited, SE. This is a theme. I bought BABA yesterday. I think I might finish my position today. I don't know if it's at 78 or not. Let's see. I'm just going to scale in. It's a little trade in Alibaba. No, not quite triggering. And then today, added to Sea Limited. Already had some common. Didn't currently have calls. Had calls recently. Added some calls in Sea Limited and the next one that we're going to talk about. But this is a theme for me. It's online retail. It's emerging markets online retail. Right? We talked about the bullish fundamental thesis for Sea Limited before. It's very simple. It's not complicated, right? In a huge growth market, and they are like the Amazon of their region. Doesn't need to be more complicated than that. So we got this nice breakout. I think we traded it from 41 to up here around 56, right? So we filled this volume pocket beautifully. Now we're out of it. I think we stay long. Look at this high and tight right here. I think you buy this bull flag breakout. Again, ultimate stop here, if you're just getting involved, is back at 56, right? You don't want to fall back into that volume pocket. But if this bull flag goes, this coil goes, like it looks like it is right now, oof, up 5% here today. Really, it looks like it's going long towards 89. And then we can start talking. Then we'll be zooming out on this chart, following along at home. Zoom out on this, and you'll see a really, really nice resistance zone coming around 89.90 up here. And we'll start drawing this like a big multi-year base. So I think, this one is just getting started. This reminds me of when we were trading the ranges and things like Coinbase or Shopify, like we just talked about, MicroStrategy, right? Like the ones that we got into early. that were still rounding bottom patterns before the primary trend had shifted higher. And we're still riding some of them back to like those old highs. But C Limited, if it were to go back to its old highs, we're talking almost $400 a share. So I like this one a lot, short-term and long-term. Coupang, CPNG, this is Korea, they tell me. I think I misspoke the other day. I called it China. Again, Southeast Asia, online retail. It's a theme. These charts are breaking out. They look great. CPNG, it's not the cleanest, but call it 20 here. So I'll be looking to buy more. I added some, I think, May calls. Yeah, May 20s, just here this morning. I like this a lot. So the reversal's in. If we can clear this 20 level, I want to, see the stock do it with authority. We don't have another earnings report until mid-May, I think. But again, just a textbook bearish to bullish reversal pattern. This one looks so good. So these are two new ones for me that happen to also be on our hot corner list. So I'd be remiss not to mention them. Now let's check the chat before we get out of here. We're doing doing another video today. A lot of videos. A lot of Palantir talk in the chat. 13Fs, got it. What does SBC stand for? I don't know. Nice job, Mary. Oh, SBC, stock-based comp. I don't think about the having or the happening or the happening or the flippenings. No. Too small of a sample size for me. It sounds pretty simple though, right? Just like an issue of supply and demand. So I wouldn't overthink it. Hey, Curtis, 11B, 12B, sure. Yeah, SE. South Korea has a super low birth rate and probably rough demographics. Therefore, I don't know, right? That the demographic stuff, it is so important. It's so big. Some of the biggest mega trends or secular trends just really at the end of the day do boil down to demographics. But people get this stuff wrong all the time. I don't know if I would overthink just, Korean demographics when you think of a stock like this. Also, the model is for these companies, these online retailers, think about it. They don't have to operate in any one region. They're online. They're digital retailers. They could sell to anybody, right? So the playbook tends to be, at least for the Southeast Asia ones, they serve the whole region, right? They'll be in all the countries, not just Korea, I would imagine. I imagine that's the playbook, or at least that's the plan for a company like Coupang. C Limited, I already know that that's the case. How do I manage C going forward after a 10x? C Limited is not up 10x. Oh, you're talking about the options. Yeah, it's always a tough one. Hey, it's a good problem to have, though. Valero, awesome. I like Valero a lot as well. All right, guys, we're going to keep it short today. That's it. Couple new trades, couple comments on crypto. Bitcoin 69, we're above there all day. Breadth is expanding beneath the surface. A lot of opportunities. More and more more and more tokens that I want to be buying. Just a growing list of trend reversals. Every day I wake up, there's 5 to 10 cryptos that are up 20, 30, 40, 50%. We're here. We're here. The animal spirits are alive and well. More and more speculative areas of the equities market are working. International banks are just absolutely ripping. ARK, we're running scans internally of all the ARK components. IPO index, trend reversal, complete. Small caps, trend reversal, complete. It's going to be a growing list of opportunities, right? So we're going to have more and more long ideas in the future. Today was a little bit short, but we will be right back here. Same time, same place next week. In the meantime, join us 8:30 every morning on Stock Market TV for the morning show. Questions, comments, concerns, want to say hi, shoot us a note, info@allstarcharts.com. All right, everybody have a great afternoon.